glad you are watching this lesson. I'm teacher Katimbo Richard, teaching mathematics, primary 5. Today I've come with a summary of data handling, that's P5 term 2. I'm sure you follow so that you also answer the summary of the assessment from page 56 all the way to page 60 of our workbook, term 2. And then you start with example number 1. Abigail scored the following marks in end of term exams. So there's a subject and a mark. In math, this Abigail scored 30, English 70, science 90, SST scored the marks hidden in M, and finally scored a total of 240 when all these marks were added. Now, question A, find the value of M. Since we have the total mark, then we can add all these including M to 240 to find M. So we say M plus 30 plus 70 plus 90 equals 240. That is the statement. Now add these accurately, where 30 plus 70, you get 100 plus 90, 190. M plus 190 is equal to 240. Then solve the algebra, that's M plus 190 minus 190 equals 240 minus 190. Then subtract vertically, 0 minus 0 is a 0. Borrow, remain with 1 and get 14 minus 9. You will then get 5. So M is 50. So this Abigail scored 50 marks in SST. Scored 50 marks in SST. So that is what she scored. Then go to part B. Calculate this Abigail's, normally Abigail is a lady, her average score. Calculate her average score. We say average equals sum of items divided by number of items. Now the sum is the total. The total is already 240. Then you count the number of subjects, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you divide it by 4 and say 4 divided by 4 is 1. 24 divided by 4 is a 6. 0 divided by 4 is a 0. So average equals 60 marks. So that's average score. Meaning if she had scored the same marks per subject, each subject will have 60. Still 60, 60, 60, 60. And you'll get back at the 240. But it's not the case. Please remember, average is an assumption of equal share. But it's just an assumption, like I've said. So we go to part C. Draw a bar graph to represent the above information. So you're obligated to draw in a bar graph, that's 4 bars, a bar per subject, that's math, English, science, and SST, and then shade accordingly. So now you choose, they are all divisible by 10, so it's better to have each unit here having 10 marks. So say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and then you show that is vertically, these are marks scored, these are subjects from which the marks are scored. The first subject is math, and the fact being that she scored 30 in mathematics or in math. So you shade up 30, 10, 20, 30, you shade like that. You go to English, shade up 70, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, you shade up 70. Then 90 marks scored in science, go as far as 90 and shade. Then lastly, SST, you go to 50, please shade up to 50, and you will have finished your graph. Then part D, find the scale on the vertical axis. So here this is the vertical one, so it's already 10. So 10, 20, so 1 square or 1 unit represents 10 marks. So 1 square or 1 unit represents 10 marks, and that is the scale. Whereas horizontally, 1 square or 1 unit represents 1 subject. So like it is there. But here it is 10 marks. That's why you can count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like that. Go on adding 10, so 1 unit is of 10 marks. As we look at example number 2, and so does it read, a pupil scored a total of 240 marks in the end of term exams. Then the question is, if he sat for 4 subjects, what was his average score? So this is a duplication of this one, where the average is already 60 marks here as given. So the average is here. The total is 240 and there are 4 subjects, so you only say average equals sum of items divided by the number of items. Average equals the total, which is the sum, 240 divided by the 4 subjects, and then you divide and get 60. So the average is 60 marks per subject. So that's how we answer a question wrote in this form other than the other form. As we go to example number 3, which will conclude our summary here about data handling. The table below shows the total marks scored by a P5 pupil throughout the year. Use it to answer the questions that follow. So we've got the marks for the 3 terms, term 1, term 2, and term 3. So in term 1, this pupil scored a total of 320 marks, and in term 2, this pupil scored the marks hidden in K, and in term 3, this pupil scored a total of 240. That the year total is 900. The year total is 900. Now find the value of K. It means you get K plus 320 plus 240. You get 900 like this here. Then you add 320 and 240, you get 560. So that K plus 560 equals 900. Then work out the algebra. K plus 560 minus 560 equals 900 minus 560. Then subtract vertically 0 minus 0 is 0. Borrow from 9 remaining with 8. What you have borrowed is equal to a base. Base 10. 10 plus 0 get a 10. 10 minus 6 you get a 4. And 9 minus 8 minus 5 you get a 3. So that K value is 340. So, meaning in term 2, this pupil got a total of 340. Then question B says how many more marks did he score in term 1 than term 3? Whenever you see the word how many more or how many less, it requires you to get the difference or to subtract. So look at the 2 terms talked about. I've got term 1 score in total 320 marks, then subtract that of term 3, which is 240 marks. Then subtract 0 minus 0 is 0. Then 2 minus 4 is already possible after borrowing from 3. We borrow 1, that's equivalent to 10. Remain with the 2 and bring the 10 to 2. 10 plus 2 get 12. 12 minus 4 get 8, and 2 minus 2 is a 0, which 0 we don't write. So therefore, scored 80 more marks in term 1 than in term 3. All in all, whether you see more or less, you do subtract. Then finally, calculate the average score for the year. Find the average score for the year. Remember, average is the same as mean. When I say find the mean, so we say average is sum of items divided by number of items. Sum is the same as total. So for the year is here as 900. 1, 2, 3. So divide by 3, then we divide. 3 by 3 once, 9 by 3 get a 3. And then 0 by 3 get a 0. And another 0. So 0. So the average for the year is at once 300 marks. That's how we handle the data given and apply according That's the end of the lesson. Stay safe.